Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Andrew Bobby, and I have my buddy
Jedi CR7, Chris.
That's my boy.
Anywho,
yeah. We little baby friends. We've played, all the Star Wars, I think, together. Have we?
Yeah,
We played all
1, 2,
like the old ones, the retro ones,
Republic Commando, all that
yeah,
old stuff.
Dude, old stuff. Like he's played more of it than I have.
Yeah.
I think he's played a little bit more. I know he's like into mobile games. I think you've played mobile games, have you?
Couple.
Mobile Star Wars. Yeah.
A few. Really good games.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, but he's a little more into it. Anywho, point of this video, guys, is we're about to play Star Wars Battlefront 2 right now. We haven't touched it. We haven't looked anything into it. Like I have. Well, I haven't. I don't know if you have, but
No.
I don't know anything about the campaign. I just know that it links, episode 6 to 7. Correct?
Yeah, it bridges.
Yeah. So it bridges everything, and it brings it together. Which is like the untold story, kind of like how Rogue One was the untold story between 3 and 4. How they got the plans from the Death Star and stuff like that. So,
and right here we'll be seeing, the last few survivors of the Galactic Empire, and the rebirth, the birth of the First Order.
First Order. That's right.
So,
this is how it happens.
Yep. Finally.
I haven't seen anything. This game has been out already for people with EA access for like a week already, I think. Right, and it was a huge scandal of the the microtransactions that was going on with the whole we're not like the community didn't like it, basically, and
pretty much like new players will get screwed over by people who just purchase stuff and it's like they're already super OP.
Super OP. They bought all the star cards and everything, all the most OP star cards and everything. And point is, microtransactions were a huge thing. They didn't like that. The community hated it. It's actually the most downvoted post ever in Reddit history right now.
Yes.
In Reddit, it's the most downvoted post ever in the history of Reddit. So it's insane because there's so many crap that could have been downvoted, but that just shows how much the community hated it, hated the whole microtransaction. That was the biggest part. I didn't look into too much with the campaign or anything. I don't know what's gonna happen. Just that we're gonna play from what I saw from E3. We're gonna play as that one girl, that commander lady or whatever.
Yeah,
for the first, we're playing as the First Order, correct?
Yeah, First Order. Well, Empire. Heading
that's right, Empire. That's right. Okay.
But from what I know is you're from the squad is called Inferno Squad, which is Black Ops squad for the Empire.
Okay.
So
Spec Ops and stuff.
Spec Ops,
super,
pretty much.
Yeah, super dope.
Elite stuff.
Yeah, the best of the best.
Yeah, I guess even more top than the Death Troopers probably.
Really.
So
Death Troopers were badass in Rogue One. Rogue One, right?
The Death Troopers.
So cool. Anyway, a little background on both of us. We've seen all the Star Wars, all of them. All of the Star Wars we've seen. I'm not too crazy about reading the books.
Same here.
Or the comics or anything like that. I haven't read it. So everything I see is fresh for me, which I enjoy. I enjoy watching it fresh. I love this universe so much. I loved it even when I used to visit Disney all the time. It was just my favorite place to be. Star Wars. It's so cool. I always loved it. And so this is kind of a big thing for both of us,
Yeah,
and we're just this is the first campaign we've had in 7 years.
I guess, yes.
No, 10 years. No,
the
way more. Hold on, let me look this up.
Last campaign.
Last campaign was Battlefront 2, right?
Are we talking about original trilogy, or we're talking about canon wise? If we're talking about canon, then I would say Force Awakens Part 2. That I know, Force Awakens.
Well, the whole campaign. Okay, well, anywho, the old games and stuff, the classic. 2005.
God,
was the last one?
2005.
2005. So that was.
So it's about time we got ourselves a new story finally. Yeah. So
a good story. So this is.
It's
awesome.
Putting a book into a video game finally. Thank God.
I'm super excited, super hyped. So yeah, we're basically just here to talk about, stuff that we're expecting. So I have a couple questions here. So what do you expect from the campaign? What do you expect from the campaign? By the way, we both did play the beta. We played the beta. It was only a multiplayer beta and a bit of the story, but I didn't touch the story.
Neither did I.
We didn't touch the story. So
we wanted to wait for the actual whole thing instead of
I don't want to tease or anything, and we just played campaign, which is not campaign, multiplayer, which is what we were super into. We played a lot of it, I think. Like,
Yeah,
like over 24 hours. Like, it was pretty
fun.
good. It was fun.
It was worth it.
It was awesome. It was fun. But what do you expect from the campaign personally? Let's start off with that.
Well, what I expect, I would like to see if hopefully we get to see a little of the Knights of Ren. How
Okay. Hell yeah.
How the Galactic Empire is suddenly starting to turn to the First Order, and at that point then maybe they need the Knights of the Ren, Knights of Ren
and stuff. I totally
where
forgot
where
that this
Kylo
is
Ren
when it happens.
where Kylo Ren could come into the story.
I totally forgot about that.
So like I hope maybe we could get a little bit point of view in that way.
That's so cool.
That'd be pretty cool.
I didn't even think about that. That's so cool. Hell yeah, that's really awesome. Yeah, I mean, like expectations. Do you have like high expectations of this story? Like I did read on how long it takes. It takes like about 6 hours to complete, which is to me it's like kind of short. But it was like Halo 3 campaign, I think, also like 6 hours.
Really short.
Really short, yeah.
But if if it's a good story, it's worth it.
Yeah.
If it's gonna connect everything, like I say, have that bridge. If it's awesome, then I don't have to complain about it.
Okay. Yeah, so I like it. What are your from the beta? What other changes do you expect from multiplayer? What other changes besides the whole microtransaction crap, which by the way EA got rid of, which is amazing. They just completely went back and they're like, you know what, we messed up. Publicly apologized, saying sorry, we apologize for thinking this is a good idea. We thought it was. We apologize. It won't happen again. They actually literally apologized and said sorry, which is incredible. Like I've never heard of a company do that.
Yeah,
before.
they were faithful to the fans.
Yeah, exactly.
They cared for the fans.
They
knew
listened to
that
us.
They didn't want to freaking waste our money for nothing. So it's like they want to give us good quality for the money we spend. For Battlefront 2, because we've been waiting forever. To play this game.
Yeah,
and
the
fact that
campaign.
Battlefront 1 was great and amazing, but the fact that Battlefront 2 has way more higher expectations than the first Battlefront.
So you have a little bit higher expectations and stuff. That's awesome.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Not gonna lie, simply because it has campaign, it is a little bit higher of an expectation for me.
Of course.
And I would see some of my favorite streamers stop by. I go to my following list on Twitch and they're streaming Battlefront and they're campaign, finishing campaign or starting campaign. I'm just I avoided them because I don't want to ruin anything for myself. But I mean, from the little screenshots I saw, it looks exciting. It looks exciting. I didn't see anything. Again, I didn't see anything, but I'm excited. I have pretty high expectations from the campaign. I have pretty high expectations. But in an odd way, I'm expected to be disappointed. You know what I mean? Just kind of I'm. Lately, games have just been pretty disappointing.
True, in a way.
Giving us half-assed things a lot.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
they tend to get your hype up, and then all of a sudden it's just a little bit. It's just
by the rest of the story, Call of Duty, crap like that, even Destiny, oh my god, dedicated my life to Destiny for us to get Destiny 2, and it's just
No, but I think Battlefront 2 should be different. Online multiplayer wise, it looks great.
It was fun. I mean, I had fun. I had a lot of fun with multiplayer. A lot of fun. It's something I felt like I could grind a little more. I had more replayability, and the biggest thing with me stopping to play Battlefront 1 was I didn't have many people to play with, but people were excited to play this with us. You remember during the beta, we had Deadpool, we had both the Deadpools, both Deadpools that were playing with us, that wanted to play with us, and I had other people that you haven't met yet, but that were excited about this, and people are not just excited for the campaign, but are excited for the multiplayer, which is awesome. People want to play this game again.
In a way, the multiplayer is somewhat like a story mode. They'll focus the battles based on the actual movies. So, for example, if we go towards Hoth,
Yeah,
if you're playing as the Empire, you have to escort the walkers, pretty much like Walker Assault.
From Battlefront 1.
Escort them all the way towards the base, the rebel base.
Yeah.
And then from there, infantry going and try to take it down the base. So it's almost like a story mode.
Yeah. Exactly. The whole
the rebels have to
objectives and everything.
Defend. They literally have to defend their hold back the Empire. So
yeah, I like that battle that you reminded me of, the whole objective part of it. It reminded me that in Battlefront 2, in the beta for Battlefront 2, they had the battle for the Jedi Temple, Remember?
Yeah,
with
exactly.
the Jedi Temple, like there was
The
objectives.
original
You
one.
had to get to that, and it gave you different game modes within that giant game. You know what I mean? At first, like you had to like walk as the droids. You had to walk it to the point, and from there, and then the opposite team, they had to get the cannons and destroy it. So you have to prevent them from using the cannons to destroy your tank and everything. Because the more they destroy, the less checkpoints you get. So if they take out your
not only
life,
that, but the less reinforcements you get.
exactly, that's what I'm saying.
So
Like, once you hit a checkpoint, you get more reinforcements. You know? So it was very very team oriented, and I loved how like once you hit a certain checkpoint, it changed the game mode. It wasn't like escorting that anymore. Now it's just like slay. Go defuse, go plant the bomb there, you know.
Go capture
this, go steal this intel, like and stuff like that.
That's what I mean. Almost like a small campaign.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was great.
Multiplayer match. So
exactly,
I'm excited for that. You know, because then again, you know, like this, you know, like EA told us that they're giving us double the maps from the original Battlefront. So it makes you wonder.
It ended up like at the end was like it was a lot. It was a lot of maps. It was pretty cool. I was excited for it.
Playing Star Wars Battlefront 2, the original one from 2005. That one had a bunch of maps. I can remember like how many maps
it was so many maps.
Just making a playlist and playing all the battles you want, and hopefully it's the same way, you know, for this one.
$10, by the way. I think I might get it.
$10? I still got my own. My
no, for PC.
Oh, PC?
Yeah, to play it on PC and stuff.
Look at that. I mean, just looking at that.
We're looking at screenshots, and it's like these screenshots even then. Like, it's just
Battlefront 2, the original one.
2005.
That was a good game.
You know,
just the attack on the Jedi Temple. That was a great mission. I love that mission.
I missed the Galactic Conquest.
That was
my favorite.
Fun.
Like, having to
play with somebody.
Play with somebody and play against bots. You know, you were like stomping them, but it was just fun. You know, it was fun, like knowing that like I'm the Empire, I'm gonna conquer the galaxy as the Empire, and like switch it up as the Republic. Like it's like whatever. Yeah, you just
and not only that, but just playing Galactic Conquest, you just like as soon as you gotta make these strategic moves. And sometimes
of where to hit, exactly.
And sometimes you just intercept each other in the middle of space, and you'll go straight into a space battle.
Yeah, exactly. The space battle is like insane. Like you're on your way over there. Yeah.
That
was so fun. That was fun. Yeah.
That's
like what happened. Because that had an objective. It was fun. Like you can get over it very, like you can finish it quickly, but it had a replayability to me. Like it was just consistent. I think like it was consistently familiar. With just being able to because that's that's what the Empire wanted to do. They wanted to conquer. You know what I mean? Like they conquer, and then you had to just fight back if you wanted to be the good guys or the bad guys, whatever. Like you had to fight back. It was so good. It was so good. Like I miss it. But
you gave me chills already.
Yeah, it was just good. Like I loved it. Like you had to fight back, or like you had to fight to take over the galaxy and stuff. But yeah. So, for me, campaign pretty high expectations because they've had how long to do it? It's 6 hours, but I want a good story. I want a good rich story. And the fact that I'm going to know what happens after episode 6 to episode 7.
Yeah, that's gonna after the Battle of Endor.
Make me happy. Yeah, it's gonna make me really happy already. But So again, let's go off to the next question. What characters do we expect to see in the campaign?
Well, based on the campaign, knowing that it's obviously after the Battle of Endor, most likely I'm sure it's gonna stick to the same characters of Luke, Han, Princess Leia. Maybe as we saw in the campaign, there's like probe droids that have like, how should I say, like pretty much old memories of Palpatine. As how should I say, like, to give them instructions how to start all over again from scratch, since the Empire was defeated. So he just left instructions for different Imperial officers, so that way they could rebuild the Empire into the First Order. So
so you're okay. I see it, like little cameos from the original cast.
Yeah, exactly.
You expect to see them at least, right? Introducing, obviously, we know the new character, the new officer, the new lady and stuff. So
for sure we won't see Darth Vader because at this point, he's dead already.
Yeah, he's gone already, unfortunately. But he is a multiplayer, so it's okay. It's just multiplayer. It doesn't matter. It doesn't need to make sense. But do you think there's going to be any special cameos besides this particular people you expect to see. Like, I have an example here, just like, like Baby Ray or Kylo, like you said, like you even mentioned like the whole Knights of Ren. I didn't even think about that, and I was like, that's awesome, that's exciting. If we get to see them and meet them,
I'm assuming we might see some of that, some
yeah.
Knights of Ren with Kylo Ren.
That's so cool.
That's awesome. From the cameos, I expect that more than a Baby Ray. Baby Ray at this point, I doubt it, but still.
I expect to
because I think they want to leave all that for the new Star Wars movie, The Last Jedi. You know? I'm sure that they'll leave like that kind of story for her for that film.
Going off of that, the new, you know how in Battlefront 1, when Rogue One came out, they released DLC for Rogue One. Correct? Do you think they're going to do that for this next movie? The next movie that's coming out, like in...
I believe so.
You think they're going to release DLC?
Because the fact that this is a brand new game coming out barely now, and like the movie comes out next month.
Yeah.
So after the movie comes out, people watch it a couple weeks after, later, maybe a month later. I'm sure they'll have a DLC available.
I hope so too. I really want. I want to exactly like something pertaining to like what's been happening. What the movie was based off. It was good. Like I mean, that's the Rogue One map was awesome. I loved it. Like when I first played it, I was like,
Battle Scarif?
What the hell? That was awesome. It was super cool.
Objectives, objective wise, it was like really fun strategic games.
Yeah, it's super fun. Super fun. But yeah, like a person I expect. Now going on to me answering that question. Special cameo. I expect to see Baby Ray. I expect to see what happens where she got moved to. You know what I mean? Because we know she was in where was she? I forgot.
I don't remember what planet she was in, but
I expect
I know that
her to be moved at least.
Yeah,
you know how
like she was moved to Jakku.
Was it Jakku that she was at?
The desert planet, right? Yeah, Jakku.
So that's what I was talking about, Jakku. Okay, so I expect because in episode 3, when they moved Luke and Leia. You know how they moved Luke and Leia?
Yeah, they separated
to Tatooine. They moved Luke to Tatooine and they moved Leia to I forgot the commander guy or whatever.
Oh, to
I forgot his name. Yeah,
Alderaan.
So Alderaan, exactly. Her home planet got destroyed. I expect to at least them show Rey. I don't want them to ruin the connection if there is any connection between Rey and Kylo. I don't know if there is. So far, like I said, I've only from what I've noticed. Is from the movies, from the games. That's all I know. That's all my knowledge. I haven't read anything further into in the books. I haven't read anything further into the comics or anything like that. So everything I learned is from what I saw, And I don't know if there's going to be a connection between Rey and Kylo. I don't know. I don't know if they're like distant relatives of some sort or anything, or maybe they were even like somehow twins. I doubt it, but. Whatever. Yeah, I doubt it too. I highly doubt that they're going to be twins.
I personally still believe. I hope. Instead of her being a Skywalker or Solo, I really hope she's a Kenobi.
Kenobi, yeah,
Kenobi. She's a Kenobi. You can't just get rid of Kenobi like that. Like,
I don't. Yeah, they didn't. But yeah,
I mean, he died. He died. In episode 4.
They still reference him all the time.
I know in 5 and 6, but still, it's like you Kenobi can't end like that.
Yeah,
like,
okay.
We need it,
I see what you mean.
Just like we need Skywalkers and Solos, we need Kenobis as well. Like,
okay.
Future. Like,
yeah, we did have this conversation. Like the whole fact that this is our theory, by the way. The biggest theory that convinces me, and I don't know if it convinces you, but for me, the convincing part that she's a Kenobi was that she was able to so easily do the mind trick with the Stormtrooper.
Exactly.
Just like you would remove these handcuffs. And he just does it because Ben does that. He does that. He's like, we're not the droids you're looking for. Like, that's what he did. That's what he does. That's his thing,
You don't want to send me the death sticks. You want to go home and rethink your life.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, he's the only one that I've seen in the movie, that's actually been able to pull off the Force, mind trick.
Mm-hmm.
Qui-Gon tried it, didn't quite work. But Kenobi, I feel it has to be him. And maybe that won't be his daughter, but I got a feeling it could be his granddaughter.
Or some.
Because then again, the 20 years.
We don't even know if he had a daughter either.
Because the way how I see it is, 20 years have gone by since he took Luke to Tatooine, and from Luke growing from a baby to a 20-year-old guy.
Mm-hmm.
That's 20 years of missing.
Yeah, it's too far. Yeah, so it can't be his daughter. Yeah, you're right.
And then again,
unless he banged the day before he died.
Right, something. But it can't be his daughter, so I'm sure it could be a granddaughter, maybe. Like I don't know. I feel like
granddaughter. Like he probably did have some relations. Like you said, it was 20 years.
Yeah.
He wasn't directly staying there watching Luke the whole time. I'm sure. Like he probably.
And then again, the Jedi didn't exist anymore, so he wasn't obligated.
He was
to follow.
hiding. Exactly, he was hiding. And
he wasn't obligated to follow those rules of.
Yeah, no one was gonna catch him and punish him or anything. That's right, because the Jedi's they can't have like any attachments or anything. Yeah. So. Which is crazy. Exactly. I just saw Daredevil, and he has the same thing. Like his training with the stick. His stick is like you can't have any emotional attachments at all.
Oh yeah,
he's
I
like,
remember.
I fell in love with you, Electra. I love you, girl. Yeah, sorry. I think they're gonna. I hope they show baby Rey. I hope they show baby Rey and.
Guess we'll find
out. Yeah, I really hope they show Knights of Ren now. I totally forgot about that. Like you just reminded me right now.
Because I mean,
that's insane.
This game is based on the Empire's point of view.
Yeah, because he has to, right?
Yeah, so is
because that's how they came into power.
The fact that they're coming back to power, they're reestablish. They're remaking themselves.
Yeah.
So
making a new exactly.
The First Order. So the Knights of Ren have to be there. Kylo Ren has to be there because
that's true.
They're part of it. The movie they're a big part of it.
That makes me really happy now.
So now I'm really excited to see that.
I hope we get another scene also of Snoke. I want to see something else of Snoke.
Maybe
because all we saw was just him talking to Kylo. Because like now that you brought up the Knights of Ren, that also triggered Snoke. Because Snoke he's been training Kylo the whole time.
And then he's the new head of the First Order.
Exactly. So we need to know what the hell is going on, what they all go to. I don't know. I'm personally I think that's gonna happen. I think we get to see it. I hope we get to see it. I know I know Knights of Ren are gonna come out. I have a feeling now that you brought it up. Damn, I'm so convinced. But anywho, next question though. Before we're rambling on too much, who do we expect to see die in this campaign?
Die in this campaign.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, unless they're trying to bust another Rogue One, maybe this new squad, maybe they might be the ones to die. They give their lives for to create a new empire.
Okay, so a Rogue One story, but for the First Order.
Yeah, just like how the rebels they gave their life, to give the rebellion the Death Star, the hope to destroy the Death Star.
That is so cool.
So maybe in this one. Maybe these guys, these new people,
this new squad, we get to play
they give their lives, to create the new, the First Order.
Okay, that's so cool. I didn't even think about that. That's awesome.
So maybe it could be me.
You're a great person to have. You're a great person to have. You're making me think of things.
Star Wars, man.
Who do you expect to? That's so cool. That would be really cool. They all just die. Because you don't see her in episode 7.
Yeah,
and this is directly connected to the films.
Exactly.
So it's
a big.
It should have. Because
obviously we know.
Phasma too. I didn't even think about her.
Yeah, maybe she could.
She's gonna come out too.
Maybe
right? She should come out.
She should.
Damn.
Her and General Hux, that one general that that he's always going head to head with Kylo.
Yeah, the fuckboy.
Yeah,
that guy.
Him.
I hate that guy.
Maybe we'll get a chance to see him too.
Hope he dies.
Nah, he won't die.
I know he won't. he's gonna be like that guy that gets force choked.
Maybe
by Darth Vader. So let's go ahead and wrap this up. We're probably rambling on. It's probably been 20 minutes or something. 23 minutes. So it's very, very long. So let's go ahead and wrap this up. Overall, let's end this with what's your overall pre-hype rating? You haven't played it yet. What's your hype rating out of 10 Death Stars, guys? Death Stars. We're doing Death Stars.
Death Stars.
Death Stars. We're doing Death Stars.
I love the shirt.
10 Death Stars. Out of 10 Death Stars, what do you expect it to be?
Well, I know.
What's your pre-hype rating?
I gotta say it won't be a 10 for sure, but I know it should be from an 8 to a 9.
Okay.
I give it an 8 to a 9.
8 to a 9. 8 to a 9 Death Stars. Okay.
Yeah.
I agree with you. It's not going to be a 10.
Of course.
Simply because it's 6 hours.
6 hours.
Just because of the whole length, it's not going to be a 10. But I think the hype of it, the little Easter eggs we're going to find, the little characters that are coming in.
It could be a 10, but it has to be a wow story. Those 6 hours, whoa, just completely throws you off. Okay, that was a 10.
Okay. So this is your pre-hype rating. You haven't touched it. You haven't played it. You haven't done anything. So maybe your pre-hype is a 8 or
tomorrow,
8 or 9. Yeah. So
8 or 9.
8 or 9. Okay. I think my pre-hype rating is I think it's gonna be a solid 7.6, simply because like the whole like the hours, the fact that it lasts so short, like that just it just like dragged me down so much. I'm like, you had so much time to do this. It was the first Battlefront came out 3 years ago, I think, or 2 years ago.
Oh yeah,
2-3 years ago. Like you had this whole time to make a campaign. Like the community was yelling about it. Like, it doesn't have a campaign. I don't want to play it. Like, people literally did not play it because it didn't have a campaign.
Exactly. Even
and now that you gave us one, and like
John Boyega, you know, the character that plays Finn.
Yeah.
You know, Finn. Even he told EA, like, "Where's the campaign? We need a campaign."
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
It has to have a campaign. Where's the campaign? You know, even he, you know, talked crap about it. Like, there's no campaign. We need campaign.
It's just storytelling. Like, this is mainly the Star Wars fans. We love the storytelling of Star Wars. We love the universe. We want it to continue. We want to understand it a little bit more. And the fact that you can, you know, it's a 6-hour long campaign, and like, given like, you know, we're not amateurs, we're probably gonna beat it faster. You know what I mean? We're going to beat it faster. Like, we're not amateurs at gaming, so it's like
we've been playing games forever. So for sure, it's like, you know, we know the controls, we know how to play it. So it's like,
and we play the beta, so we know how to use the heroes.
So exactly. So it's like we'll go through it quick.
That gave so that really destroyed a lot of the hype for me personally. But 7.6 for sure. It's gonna be 7.5 Death Stars for sure. For sure, it's gonna be 7.5 Death Stars. And it could go up though. You know, I'm setting my expectations realistically right now. With my pre-hype, my expectations are very high, but my pre-hype is reasonable for now.
It's
reasonable for now.
I think it's reasonable.
I'm doing a 7.5 right now. So
and another thing we gotta keep in mind is, like, you know, going back to like the story, you know, the story time. I mean, I've like pretty much The Force Awakens, that era happens 30 years after the Return of the Jedi. You know, the end.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, that's what I'm saying.
There's a lot to cover.
Exactly. So 6 hours to cover those 30 years. It's just like,
you're making it worse.
It's just like
you're making it worse.
6 hours. Like, come on. I mean,
damn.
They say it's 30 years. You know, from Return of the Jedi to Force Awakens, to that timeline. So it's just like, wow.
Yeah.
6 hours of campaign. Damn. It's like,
I hope, you know what? I hope they add to the campaign. I hope they do. I hope they add to the campaign, like like maybe a DLC. Like, hey, here's a DLC, a campaign DLC. You know, just like how Destiny does. Like, they don't add DLCs of, like, you know, they add more maps and stuff, but they add more story to the game. They add more story to the game. That's what their DLC is. That sounds pretty good. I hope they do that. Maybe they do. I want them to do that.
Maybe 6 hours and they leave you like cliffhanger.
I mean, given it's gonna get me mad, I'm still gonna buy it, but I won't want to buy the DLC.
It's Star Wars. We have to.
Shouldn't have to. I know.
We're gonna do it either way.
So wacky because they know me so well. All right, but yeah, we're gonna be. I'm gonna be streaming this the whole time, all of the campaign, every second of the campaign. I will be streaming it. So if you want to check it out, go ahead and check me out at twitch.tv/AndrewBobby up here. Twitch.tv/AndrewBobby. Go ahead and check it out. I will be streaming the campaign for the next day, probably like all day tomorrow. Right now, we just got home. I just got home. It's like super late. It's 1:30 in the morning. Jesus Christ.
Worth it though.
So worth it. We wanted to bring this video out, letting you know. So when I wake up, I'm gonna start the campaign. I'll probably start multiplayer right now. But if you guys want to check it out, stop by. I will be playing the campaign. It's not co-op. But my buddy Chris is here with me. He will be playing on his monitor right here. There's another monitor here for him. My monitor's right here. I will be gaming here. I will be streaming the whole thing. You can come interact with me. Come talk. Come hang out. Come see the story. Come enjoy with me, you know? So, yeah, that's what we're going to do. After that, we're just going to go straight to multiplayer, see what we can do as much as we can until we get bored, you know, essentially. We will be doing this all weekend. So, check it out. I will definitely be playing it after the weekend, but for sure this weekend is Star Wars weekend. Star Wars weekend for us. It's us. We're going to be doing
this. This is our weekend.
This is our weekend. But yeah, guys, thank you so much, everyone, for stopping by, watching the video. Please Give me a thumbs up if you like it, like our opinion. Let me know your opinions of all the questions that I just asked each other. Let me know all your opinions. What's your pre-hype? You know, who do you expect to see? Like, what did you expect from the campaign if you played it? What do you expect to see from the campaign? And, you know, let me know what you think about it. So this is this is my pre-hype video of our campaign. So yeah.
Yep.
All right, guys.
Let the journey begin. Peace, guys.
Peace.